Leading up to the 2017 NFL Draft, we broke down Patrick Mahomes' ability as a quarterback at Texas Tech. We noted that he had incredible arm strength, had an Aaron Rodgers ability to improvise and make plays, but also we noted that he had some of the worst throwing mechanics that I've broken down on this channel. Since that video was released, he's had an entire NFL offseason to improve. Well, after studying his tape, his ability and the associated results on the field are about the same. During his first preseason game versus the 49ers, he only attempted 9 passes. A good portion of them were design screens where he quickly and accurately released the ball to his wide receiver on the boundary. This was also a relatively large part of the Chiefs' offense in their second game versus the Bengals. From his first match, Mahomes had his bouts of accuracy and inaccuracy. He made some good throws, then missed some easy throws to his receivers that were slightly off target. The Chiefs run a double hitch concept on the right side of the formation. My guess, the reason that he didn't throw the pass to his outside wide receiver was simply due to the fact that he thought the edge rusher was in his throwing lane. After a heavy pump fake, he stepped up and threw on the run to his wide open slot receiver. The pass was just off target and it fell incomplete. Another thing I noticed was that he had a habit of staring down his first read and then he hesitated in the pocket where he should have made a decision. In the red zone, the Chiefs run a slant flat concept on the left side of the formation. The key to this play is relatively simple. Mahomes is going to read the outside linebacker, Eli Harold, and make his decision based on his drop. If his hips sink to a back pedal, Mahomes is taught to throw the flat. If his hips turn toward the sideline, then Mahomes will throw the slant. In this play, Harold's hips sink to cover the slant, which means that Mahomes has to throw the flat almost instantly after he completes his drop. Instead, Mahomes keeps the ball and starts to scramble around before throwing the ball out of bounds. Now, this play realistically would have been wrapped up almost immediately, but if you make this short completion, you gain a few yards on 1st and goal, and you also give your receiver a chance to make a bigger play. Not executing it properly takes away that chance. Moving on to the Chiefs game versus the Bengals, Mahomes started by almost throwing an interception. In this play, the Chiefs had 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. After play action, 2 receivers run down the field and he determines that they are both covered. Instead of progressing to his check down or Anthony Sherman on his flat route, Mahomes looks like he wants to tuck the ball and scramble. He then turns his hips and he thinks he can squeeze the pass to him. The linebacker reads the throw and dives to break it up. The footwork and him not using hitch and gather steps to transition to his third read are the problem. What I found really interesting is that his footwork wasn't just poor in his first 2 games. It was that he used different dropbacks on similar depths. He even used what's called a straight backing out footwork on some of his throws. For those that don't know, pure straight backing out footwork is rarely seen in the NFL. The reason for this is because the NFL passing game is set up for your quarterback to get depth quickly enough from the line of scrimmage. With how blitz-oriented teams are in the pros, the straight backing out footwork is slower and often doesn't give the QB enough space to make his throw. For this play in particular, what I see Mahomes doing is that he takes his first 2 steps completely straight. Then, on his 3rd step, he rotates his entire body 90 degrees using a hop step in order to set his hips for the throw. Personally, I think this slows down his entire delivery. The pass is supposed to be thrown pretty much instantly as his wide receiver steps to make his break. What I think he's doing is that he's used to the footwork of a standard 3-step drop. In that footwork, he uses a skip step, and therefore he's adding that to his straight back out footwork. In my opinion, he needs to throttle with his 2nd foot and then just plant and drive off his 3rd foot in order to get the timing right. This marginal change should help speed up the mechanics on his throw. Continuing with his footwork, Mahomes still has a nasty habit of throwing on the move when he's in the pocket. Instead of starting to run, he needs to calm down and use those hitch and gather steps in order to throw down the field. In this play, he has a great pocket to work with, but for some reason, he drifts forward to his right and then throws back across his body to his receiver. This forces DeAnthony Thomas to dive for the ball and not allow him to gain yards after the catch. While his footwork is definitely something he needs to work on, his ability to scramble to make plays will certainly bail him out of bad situations. Now, he's not RG3 or Michael Vick, but he still has plenty of speed to make a play down the field. In this play, he somehow dodges the edge rusher, then he scrambles down the sideline and sets up the offense for an easy touchdown. Later in the same game, Mahomes has by far his best pass yet. Mahomes snaps the ball and runs play action to his running back. The defensive end, Will Clark, drives at the quarterback, hoping to take him down the backfield. Mahomes flashes his stiff arm and then works his way to the sideline. On the run, he fires the pass to his tight end, Gavin Escobar, amazingly to keep this drive alive. This type of incredible play is what he was known for at Texas Tech and was a big reason why he was drafted in the first round. His potential and arm talent is definitely there, but it's the minor things that we already discussed that will define him in the NFL. So, after reviewing the tape, do you think Mahomes should start in the regular season? In my opinion, the answer is no. He still needs to work on his progressions, and he needs to fix his footwork. As a backup, Mahomes can then take the time behind Smith to learn and work on his skill set in order to compete next year for that starting job. Well, that's it for this video. Just like last week, I'm still deciding who I want to break down, but I'm definitely considering another quarterback. If you like this video, go ahead and click the link to my Patreon account and leave a donation. As always, you could follow me on Twitter at Samuel R. Gold.